I think this family got damned, and they failed at their task at ruling over Tobroni at the same time, and then they started investigating, and they investigated that the family was trying to become a king, and they damned the entire family and gathered up. I mean, like, everyone on Avasia that was related to this family, they stuck into this crypt whether they're alive or dead. The Imperium doesn't fuck around. You should respect it more.
Respect is an interesting word.
Fear it? I don't care. Just know that it's serious business.
Well, I get that all right.
So, they tried to rule over the land that was full of shadowy stuff during the Shadow Wall. I'm sure we're going to find something there.
Yes.
It's also in the north somewhere. I don't know where. I was just told you're going to the wrong crypt.
Why did you have to wait till I registered?
Well, 2 crypts are better than 1.
All right. We could have been on our way to the other place.
Whenever we do find this crypt of the Iron Medusa, I would very much like to be part of the expedition that goes. If there's lots of Imperial treasure there, well, as a good Imperial noble, I would like to lay claim to it, and not let a bunch of grubby...
You'll get your share, Damian. You get your share like everyone else.
Excellent.
As part of the team.
Of course. He smiles. Give me a sense motive.
I can't sense motive this guy. Maybe I can. We'll see.
Glibness is a plus 20 on top.
Okay. So I rolled a 22.
Plus 19, so it would be a plus 39.
I can't beat that.
And it's an unnamed bonus, so yeah. Damian is trying to basically spin the real the tomb of the Iron Medusa in a way that Arlen would want to go, which is like, hey, things to fight the shadows. And he gets a 54 on his bluff.
Yeah, doubles me.
Okay.
More than doubles me.
All right, you're convinced that Damian is just a little bit... You're convinced of the reason he wants some Imperial stuff and he doesn't want heathens getting their hands on it, and you're convinced that he is seeing some way that both of you can benefit. And that's kind of how you've accepted Damian's help, right? You understand he's an asshole, but both of you benefit. As long as both of you are benefiting, then he's your asshole.
Yeah.
So that continues. That's basically his...
Yep.
He's going to bring forth the shitocalypse. Yes, he's going to... read Drakester's comment.
The shitopocalypse.
Read that stuff. That's what's going to happen. That's what Damian do.
Oh, what tangled webs we weave. Okay. Oh, look at Measley. Look at that. Pick it up, Measley. You know, Measley actually drops the trunk and he looks mortified. Damian is just laughing as Measley dropped a...
He's your problem, Arlen.
And at this point, I'm going to push pause on this particular conversation. I'm going to take a washroom break, and then we'll get back with what are all the other groups doing, and then hopefully Mark will be here by that point in time. Yeah. So I'll be back in a sec. If somebody could keep
Cade fights a shadow thing.
If someone could keep watch over the stream.
Come on, Marty.
That would be great. Ahmed?
Which shadow thing?
Ahmed, you want to entertain
Cade,
the stream?
The wolf shadow, large shadow thingy. Wolf. Don't know what it is.
I'm so confused.
Cade in the north.
I know who Kate is.
Yeah, there's a wolf, shadowy thing where Renee is sitting on a tree.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
That's in the future, I think.
Yeah, that's next season.
Join us next season.
Next time, next back channel. Right, I also have to wash them.
I
These
was
things.
I think what we could do, if Mark doesn't show up, I think what we could do is actually set up the fight. So get the arena, set up all the Luduses, and figure out how many rounds we have for prepping. I think because we paid that amount, we paid the commissioner and we have some time. I think we'll be able to properly buff. I think that's what we'll probably end up doing. If Mark's got a birthday and family, so I don't know when he's going to show up. Anyway, I think we can set that up, and it's going to take some time because all the Ludi, monsters, initiative, spells being cast and prepped. Yeah, it's going to be a clusterfuck. Heinrich. Yeah, looking forward to this. I think this fight's going to take probably 2 full games. We were hoping to start it today, but I don't know. Prepping it will take probably just an hour. I got my 9. What you got? Hey, Neil, how you doing, man? Long time, dude. Do we get Phineas to donate some extracts? I think Marty's not letting us use Phineas that way anymore. Because Phineas now is basically the Grand Mage, so he's busy. He doesn't have time to sit there and start making potions for us. He's kind of getting off the. We haven't talked about it in terms of exactly what that means, but he's doing less for the Ludus. He's not crafting anymore for the Ludus. We'd probably, if we want to do that, we'd probably look at a way of buying them ourselves. And over the last couple of weeks, Magnus has been accumulating a lot of potions because he doesn't want to rely on any caster, any alchemist. Yo, man. No, Fox. Arlen is still gonna go talk with the Conclave and see what we're gonna do, if we're gonna do something.
Hey, Nefario. Yo, dude. You got your 9? 9 what?
Nefario is my friend of 24 years.
Yeah, welcome to the channel.
Yeah. It's a good man over there.
All right. Yeah, there's some serious managing.
Yeah, I was saying I think it's gonna take about an hour. Yeah, dude, it's been that long. 95, 96? See? Friend, jerk. I was saying I think it's gonna take about an hour to set up the arena, maybe less, but with walk through like, okay, this is happening, and you just prep it for Mark because I don't think we can actually start it without him.
We can get it prepped. We can definitely finish the rest of the non-fighting stuff, and then we can start it.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. That's as far as we could probably go.
Okay, Sid is spying on.
It was gonna spy on Sindara and see what they were gonna do.
Okay. Give me 12 dice.
Wasn't it higher than that?
Nope.
Oh man, Sid, you loser. 12 D.
But you have an advantage. So you succeed on 3s or higher.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 successes.
Okay. You notice that a bunch of the Ebon Shroud guards
Yeah.
are guarding the Goblin Cave.
Okay. I'm not doing this again. How are their mages?
And that Sindara isn't in her house, and that you find out that some of the goblins that remain are fascinated because Sindara is training.
She's training?
Yeah, and then
In the cave?
yeah, in the goblin cave. When you see her, you're like, that's training. You can see that there are about 3 or 4 goblins, like I mean lowly, low goblins with wooden shields and wooden practice swords. She's chained to the wall with about 15 feet of slack. She's got a shitty shield in her hand and a club, and she's trying to beat up goblins. It looks like she's been crying lots. And there's a bucket full for her poop. She is dirty, disheveled, and something's gone wrong here.
Magnus wasn't gentle, and Magnus wasn't nice to her. Ooh.
There are trolls in the cave. They seem to be keeping a distance, as there are some guards from the Ebon Shroud that are guarding Sindara.
Yeah. Ooh, that's pathetic.
Give me a roll.
What do you want me to roll? Like a d20?
A sense motive. You can use your BAB as your ranks if it's higher.
A sense motive?
Yep.
Oh yeah, Sid. Oh, let's go back here. So many sheets! Sid. Oh, you suck. Alright, Ace of 13.
She's decent. She's a decent fighter. Like, she ends up beating up the goblins, but like, it took effort.
She gonna die.
Yeah, if Sid's kind of like, compared to what I've seen Magnus do and what Scarab does, she's on par with fighting like Sona.
Let's report that.
And stuck like Ashoka in the ring without any spells.
Yeah. Let's do they have any force there? Like who are the biggest ones that would go into a fight? She's the only one training?
She's chained to a wall, and they're making her fight goblins with clubs. She's the only one training. She's the only one training. Yes, the rest. There are some trolls lounging around. Like they've probably got enough trolls that it could be 7 trolls.
Alrighty then. Seems like I've had enough of this.
Yeah, they could house a team of 8 trolls.
Interesting. He'll fly back and he'll divulge this information.
Okay.
While laughing, while he's like,
you won't believe. Oh, this is gonna be funny.
And he'll.
Okay, so Sid is flying back at the same time as everyone's converging on the as Pandemonium is about to hit.
Whoa. He's flapping around. Let's pop a hide. Let's pop a hide around the building and see what's going on here.
Yep.
Who are these assholes?
All right, so Sid is converging for this massive roleplay encounter.
you want me to pop a hide, or are you good?
No, you could sneak into your own Ludus probably pretty well as a tiny bat. What else is going on in the Ludus, or the 2 Ludi?
Arlen was on the way. Those guys were training.
6 was going to do some spying on the Masked Theologians. Okay.
Oh, sorry. I wanted a quick question, Marty. How many days before we fight? Was it tomorrow?
Couple. Yeah, it's a couple days.
Couple. Okay, so there's enough time to lesser restoration these 2 stupid bastards who got poisoned.
Yep. It's not beyond the realm of healing, although had it gone really bad, like if they were completely knocked out, then it would have been...
Yeah, that's a problem.
Then it would have been a huge drain. So there was a risk given that villain point. That villain point, if both Sam and Callie were at 0 in multiple ability scores... That would have been tough to really
The discussion with friggin' like Chebagast for like, oh, here's your people back. I didn't mean to.
Right, some of the beasts have tempers. You shouldn't have been in there.
Sam finds friggin' cadavers scribbled on his back later. Like,
Cadavers was here.
13 dice for the doppelganger as he's spying on Masked Theologians.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Advantage?
Yes, he does have advantage.
7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
And you were asking, are there particular faiths that are causing problems?
Yes.
Who's the cause of problem? Just generally, if anybody on the stream has any questions, just throw them out and we'll respond to those. Give you an idea of the world and stuff like that.
There is an upstart amongst the priesthood of Olidammarans that believes that the time is right for action.
Okay, infighting. So.
You can recognize this priest amongst the Masked Theologians because he carries a rapier. And has a warrior's, like a thin warrior's build.
Olidammaran priest wants action. Rapier.
Second thing that you catch wind that the priests of Erythnulites are going to have a midnight mass during the season end games.
Okay.
And it's being called the Mass to End All Masses. And any follower of the old gods may attend, as a miracle will be revealed.
That sounds a lot like the friggin' like Nikes and Kool-Aid.
Did we get them the scroll to it's not reincarnate, what was it?
I don't know if the
Reset?
Erythnulians probably aren't using the raised head scroll.
The Erythnulian. No, I'm saying, but generally, I can't remember if I gave it to them or not.
The third thing that Six learns is that there are some priests that worship death that speak of a miracle to the east. And that a caravan is being formed.
Now this is like undeath type death.
No, just they're calling to priests of death, or priests of loss and death. And they're making a general plea to like those who have lost and bereaved and
So, enroll is a death.
so is we Jess.
Yeah.
Huge ass.
I would want to say it's old, but it just started old. It never.
And there are arguments between the Erythnulians about the mass to end all masses, and or the last mass, and the death priests that want to go go east to find the secrets of death.
Oh.
He wasn't able to find their, like, well, you know the head of Erythnul, and you know how to identify the Olidammaran.
Yeah. I would really like to. This is interesting. I don't know how to utilize this information to do a thing, because it's going to be a big event. A big thing is about to happen. Even if it's only like 50 or 100 people, that's still a big thing. If we're playing Dwarf Fortress,
Sounds like a
this
Kool-Aid
would be a massive
situation.
hit to the morale of the city, of the fortress. You let in the zombie.
He also has an offhanded comment where he noticed a lot of people from the Fifth Congregation were milling about, even in the area where the old gods were, and they were giving out tokens of aspect.
I thought they weren't supposed to do it there.
They aren't.
Yeah.
They didn't march in the middle and hand them out. They're on the fringes and being really aggressive as people were leaving. There's also news that some of the houses and shops of those that have abandoned the city are being appropriated by goodly worshippers of the five-faced god as more people arrive from the west. Honest settlers from the west, Imperials, humans, and apparently the church is
Didn't have to make the fucking house or the shop. You're not really a settler. You are a person.
Nope, they are called settlers, and the church is involved in organizing such things. Some shops are being painted with a red wheel symbolizing the old gods, and this seems to be a signal for good Imperials to seize the property and go and squat in the homes and shops of those who are abandoning the city.
Huh.
I'm having information overload.
Well, that's part of Marty campaigns too. You need detail in order to have nuance, and you need detail so that you can bury the good stuff into it, and they don't know which one's important, or they're all important.
What do you mean this whole tree?
It's like life, right? There's like, you go turn on the news, there's lots of shit happening. Some
So
of it's
is
kind of
it-
like makes you feel bad. Some of it's like, huh.
Well, do I care that a bunch of Erythnulians are going to go kill themselves? I think there's a business opportunity there where you could probably get some good gladiator potential out of that, but yes, there's probably something we could do to make money based off of the squatter thing. If I had petty enemies that annoyed me, I would be like painting the wheel on their house for them. You know, that sort of thing. I kind of, I'm wondering about the particulars of the Sindara fight coming up. Something. But basically, it's going to be like, you know, kill Sindara, get 30 grand or something. It'll be, or whatever it is. It'll be interesting to see. Okay. All right, that's what we learned from 6.
And it looks like basically we're down to the fight and this huge conversation. What I'm going to do is switch over to the Vaddapol Civic Arena, and we can start preparing for the end fight.
What's on the fucking letter?
What?
I don't know what the particulars of the letter say.
Yeah, well, we can figure that out before the fight.
Is it bugging you? Nice.
I need to know what
Well,
I need to know what I should be planning.
God
damn it.
Marty, Sid is gonna offer up his potions for the fight.
Okay.
So that week he's not. Well, that day he's gonna hang out in the. You fly up in the arena and like look down and watch it and shit. Not more.
All right. I need to build a big surface. Let's see here. How am I going to do 3 platforms?
The entire.
Right.
Yeah.
3 boxes over to the left.
Yeah, which direction? Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Like you're building a dungeon with multiple layers.
Yeah. Just want to know what is overlapping what.
Don't worry, we'll put reference points in the support pillars or something. Damian's merciful weapon is not done in time, so no, he doesn't have a merciful weapon. He has a +3 stabby stabber.
Oh no, you bought him a merciful weapon, didn't you?
I think he said he didn't
Give
need
me a
it for this
sec.
fight.
Give me a sec. I'll tell you what we bought him.
I think merciful's getting put on his officer's blade.
New weapons, armor for Damian. 19 blade plus 10 armor. Armor upgrade, armor death, 5 heals for best. Training. No, I think we got him just a straight murdering blade.
Yeah.
We didn't get him the merciful one yet. Said it was being put onto the officer's blade by Renee.
Okay, there's one platform. Oh, it's gonna be so messy.
It's so
Perhaps, like I would put it like we could put all the platforms off. I don't know.
Sure.
It'll be hard.
Yeah, let me put it off to the side.
Yeah. Also, please check you're not drawing on the map layer because we want to erase this shit without.
Oh, I was drawing using the PC version, so I can only draw on the top layer.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I don't think you guys can draw on the background layer as players.
I do not have an option for a layer.
Yeah. Whereas I have to be careful on the DM layer.
Yeah. Accidentally draw a penis.
Oopsie. Sorry about that, sweetie. Where does he get those characters from? Chat.
I'm assuming it's like if we had access to whatever he would like his like Netflix history, we'd find the sources of like the different bits. It was,
Ooh.
he was watching like Sex in the City and there's the grandma or something. It's like
who marks characters, or is that what we're talking about?
Howard's mom in Big Bang Theory. Or something like that. That's the voice, but it's a different lady.
It's a different lady. Hey, lady.
Hey, lady.
Nice. There you go. So that is what, the middle?
You know, they could have made this shape something that was like easy to do, but they're like, nah, we gotta make it all like round looking, but in like sort of a grid based round.
Round.
So in the D&D world, plywood comes in 5x5 and 10x10 sheets.
Oh, shit.
Yep. Certainly does.
All your pillars, they are either 5 or 10 feet tall.
Marty, are they all the same size? Like the 3 levels are the same width?
Yep.
It's not a pyramid?
Nope.
Oh, balls.
And then there's a hole in the center like a donut. Boop.
So there's just traps everywhere. Fuck. Man, you just caused me stress.
And
Why do I play this game?
64 traps?
There's a lot of traps.
Oh,
It's like you sneeze, something's gonna go off.
oh my god. What's going to be hilarious is, like, are they all magical traps? And then,
So I don't know.
how did they make it so that they don't, like, get set off while people are getting into positions?
I don't know. Maybe there's a thing to make them active.
All right. Where are the ladders?
Now, flight's gonna be going off in this goddamn this fight like crazy.
Ladder, ladder.
Ladder. Drink too much water, got a small bladder.
Bladder, bladder.
Hey Adam, should Magnus bring the Bident?
To throw at people? Well, if there's traps everywhere, moving might be something that's dangerous just in general.
Can you apply your power attack to
No, deadly aim.
your own weapon? Deadly aim, eh? It's a good thing I don't have that.
Yeah. Deadly aim is still the thing you apply. Yeah, Fox, look at a wand trap finding. The thing is, it doesn't let you. It's not like a. Maybe it detects traps. You still have to take actions to look for them. So it's like just a bonus on looking. You still have to look. What you really need are like rogues with a trap spotter ability. And we were trying to do that. We just fucking fucked it up. It was you had one job and
He screws it up.
Yep.
I mean, Sid could really help you guys out with this. He would like, oh, here's a trap. I'll do.
Okay.
Yeah, 10-foot poles are tuck, 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 tuck. Well, it's people who've got like ranged attack spells are going to be like really strong in this. People with reach but not large size will be strong in this.
All right. The first group to take the field are
Champions of last year?
champions of last year.
Yay!
So I'm gonna
Or last season?
last season. Yep.
Yeah, right.
Okay, what's happening? Because Zarga come back?
Zarga is
What's the goal of the? What does the letter say?
Zargon is not back at the beginning of the fight.
you son of a bitch.
That means Marty could come out with like the Grim Reaper's Blade of Doom and just murder everyone who takes the field. Because there's no plot critical characters on the field.
Oh, look at the
anymore.
paranoia! Look at just this steaming
Oh,
paranoia.
look, there's no plot critical characters around.
Hey man, you know what Grizzak's got in his back pocket? Teleport. Hey, Nibbles, time to get the fuck out of here.
You guys are taking Brog. with
Let's
you,
go
right?
north again. It's gone.
It was Gracchus, Brog.
Gracchus, Brog, Magnus, flees, Sona.
Okay.
Zed.
Said.
Who's confused. We also did have the conversation
you took,
with Zed.
you took
running.
Bannock as well. You took the Treant.
Yeah, we took the treant.
You registered? Oh, fuck, okay. I didn't realize you registered. So we have a treant. Why don't we just knock the whole fucking set of platforms over and...
I know.
Worms?
Dush. 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 Dush.
Fox, I don't think we get substitutions. Although, could we bring a Tempe in?
Who?
Well, I'm just saying.
Who's our Tempe? I think... Who? Ling? Is it escaping
Send him
the
in
first?
without his spellbook. Ah!
Useless. Vigo?
No, he could find traps.
I've invested too much in Vigo. He's not going down in this fight.
I didn't say Vigo, I said Ling, and I said Ling could find traps. And you could
Ling-
say you didn't teach me how to be a rogue, and I could say you could still find traps.
It's just like, walk in that direction. God, I hate you guys.
So you can't run away. Stop running.
Actually, Sid could really help you guys out in this.
Yes.
26 disabled allies.
So Sid is probably in the veins.
Sid
then?
is watching. Sid is watching from. He's a bat flying above, watching from above.
Okay.
He's like sitting up on one of the posts or whatever.
Do we have a Sid token somewhere? There's a Sid. And then Ashoka.
Oh, like-
Adam, can you copy the Nagaji that you're?
Sure.
Okay, so Sid is up, flying around. Great.
Oh, well, wait. Hey, Marty, can Sid do not disable device, but perception on traps from a huge distance? Like this. Okay, so give me a second here. Give me a second, all right? You've got a guy who's good with traps. You give him some bonus that he can see well at distance. Then he's perched up and he can look down, and through message say, "Yeah, it's the one right in front of you," or "Oh, it's two right." Like, no, he can't disable device. Oh fuck. Never mind. That's not working. Just give him good perceptions, and that's.
Give me a second. I think you have to be within 5 feet, which makes certain traps really goofy because there's no way to ever see the fucking things. You just set them off. Find a trap. Okay.
Well, Magnus has trap sense.
Apologies. Instead of me preparing for this, we played on Thursday nights. so please, I appreciate your patience. That was I would have had all these tokens ready, but we could just load them up and chit chat and kind of.
So you can. So actually, you can look for traps remotely. Just the distance DC applies. It appears.
It's just perception, though. Well, everybody can have that perception check, right? He's not
with trap finding.
Trap finding. You mean the? Wait a second. Yeah.
Okay, so we've got some independents that have band together. They're going to try to win this year. We've got Ajax.
Ajax is dead, or he's blind.
Oh,
There's a second or circle spell to get rid of that.
No, his eyes like permanently blind.
A second circle spell gets rid of that.
Correct.
You realize cataracts in a D&D world are something that really don't exist.
No, but I
Fucking
thought he said he needed regeneration because his critical was like he gouged out the eyes.
Yep.
Oh, he's good. He's got regeneration.
Yep.
Or
Remove blindness just restores your eyes.
I think it restores the disease in your eyes, but he has no eyes.
He would need to regenerate.
He was a regenerate that we needed. Yeah.
Well, then he's regenerated.
Yeah, boy.
All All right, I need the Vino.
If the eyes were completely lost, but if you damage the eyes, aka you still got 2 halves of an eyeball and a nerve.
That might work. I don't know. I would still say at that point you still need regeneration. But Adam, important thing. How are we betting on this?
Oh fuck!
I'll be honest with you, Magnus doesn't.
I want to have a conversation first before fucking betting on conversation.
I'm just saying, I don't think I'm gonna bet for this.
Am I trying to convince? There's the people's pot, so there'll be 10 talents minimum.
I'm a friggin' bugbear. Kane, he's back again. You and your trolls, Marty.
I know, it's not my trolls, it's the fucking Grim Gobleen trolls, man. There's the one troll with the armor that got away, and then they have one elite troll and a couple of like bare naked trolls. Some bare naked trolls.
So the people's pot, we spend 10 talents on the people's pot. I'm assuming it's the same as last season, Marty? Where all the looters come together and say everyone put 10 talents in the pot?
Inflation's a bitch, it's 12.
Okay, fuck it.
I love Sindara's expression. That's the expression when you say, "You just found out you're going into the gladiatorial arena." What?
No one said anything about that.
I'm. All right. I wonder what that letter says. What is the bonus objective? It's in the letter. The letter says the bonus objective.
Okay, I'll get to that in a second. I'm still populating the. Isram the Black is in here.
Okay. Sale of Brog.
The Megaphant is on the field, just stomping on people.
Is the Megaphant doing that?
It's on the field.
On the field.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Hey, conflict of interest. How are you going to have that thing and the rest of your beasts?
What do you mean?
I call bullshit. Unless that thing is registered.
Technically, I think he's allowed 8.
Son of a bitch. Chebacast, you forced my hand. Ah!
Come on, you can take the Megaphant.
All
If
right.
anyway is built to destroy the
Drace
Megaphant,
and his
it
Displacer Beast want their vengeance. Their lawful good vengeance.
We will give them a right good thrashing, don't you say?
These guys. Well, I mean,
Is it just Ajax?
Magnus?
No,
Like,
no.
"Ah, fuck it.
I need
I'm going
to. I'm just building the teams right now, right?
Marty,
So-
I'm gonna clear the labels off the like their damage. And
yeah, that's
whatever.
fine. Go ahead. That's help
Clean things up for you, buddy.
and appreciated.
There you go.
Um,
Don't kill Magnus. What? Don't kill.
Magnus,
Don't kill Magnus.
I'm also populating the area
kill
with like
himself.
NPCs that are watching and that sort of thing.
Yeah.
You got a lot of folk up in the editor's pulpit.
Magnus damaged like crazy. Okay.
Nitzer Cray. Yeah, he's going to join the monks. He fought in last year's games.
Okay, I'm moving
Or last
Gracchus
season.
off the side.
yeah, and he kicked a little bit of blood. Kicked the blood. Kicked the basilisk blood. on
Wait,
Magnus.
who's the guy that that fought there?
Nitzer
Oh yeah.
kicked basilisk blood
Yeah.
on Magnus after the fight. And then Magnus was like a big baby about it. It was like, you kicked blood on me. Ah. Look at that guy.
Calling him a big baby. That's funny.
Yeah. Don't do that.
The broken shield
don't
with
do
their
that.
with their really boring, all look the same kind of dudes. Because the only one that could be special is their lady.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Beast Master is kind of our pain. So Shift is considered as one beast, right? Drace's character.
Drace,
two?
that's count as 2.
That's 2. Yeah. Okay.
Right, so if the knights show up with horses, you don't get that many knights.
No,
up
they're
there,
not
but-
bringing their horses onto the trapped to the trapped field.
Boom! I think that the
Can this wood
Conclave-
catch on fire?
Well, there's fire traps in there, right? We also need to be remembering that we need to prep people with different resistances for the elements of each of the orbs, right?
Who's we?
The circus knows this.
The circus.
Circus knows this.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't worry. I've got communals coming out of the wing, like everywhere.
Okay,
what
broken shield and their boring is done. Now I need monks. Okay. Where are all the monks? Oh, the monks that Magnus fought up at the pit at Old Temple. I need those guys.
Those are
The paladin,
Damian fought.
the monks. Yeah, the
Damian
fought. Yeah.
What? Magnus does not try to kill people. He's like, hey, do you want to surrender? I'm sorry about killing your horse. It was an accident. Magnus is not bloodthirsty. Only against certain characters.
Oh, this is getting exciting as I'm loading up the miniatures. I'm like, there's a. this is gonna be just completely insane.
Excuse me, I didn't mean to say that.
We need to throw some money in on this, or I guess the pot's pretty juicy as it is.
Magnus movement is 70 with buffs.
Okay, so there are the monks.
Pretend Sid is Zed's animal companion.
Complete with a paladin, some monks, a death monk, and some blind guy. Kython the Unchained is going to join the Independents. He's coming out of retirement for this.
I'm gonna kick his fucking ass.
Okay, Magnus is wondering how many of these people
Get
are
in
coming
there.
after. They're gunning for Magnus.
Oh, yeah.
How many are coming for me?
He's just it's off the top ropes.
Okay.
I think he's fucking like 60 in that picture.
Which picture?
Vince McMahon. Jacked.
In what? Which group is he joining? I can't see it.
Independence. Ajax.
I'm guessing Phineas ends up
Oh yeah,
as
yeah,
the Grand
that guy.
Mage.
Oh,
He's
shit.
invited to join in the editor's box. That's hilarious.
Oh, he used to sit with what's his name?
Phineas
Big
is
guy.
Phineas as the Grand Mage of Vaddapol is sitting in the editor's pulpit. In fact, the meeting that Phineas has, I'm gonna make Phineas needs to report to the Duke. That is the role playing encounter for Phineas this turn.
Nice.
We really need Mark here.
70 in that photo.
We need to give Bannock Baden long arms. 20-foot reach.
20 I understand that there's this urge to make one number as big as humanly possible.
'Cause it's
But
funny.
there's diminishing returns for making the number really big. So you put the long arm on somebody else who hit like a truck, like say the bug, and then you get two people who can hit from long way away.
Yeah, we're gonna have a whole bunch of those long arms.
Okay, Phoenix Riverman, who used to be Damian's man, is actually part of the Independents.
Here, I'll fix him. Oh, you got him? Okay.
Well, wasn't he like a
soldier, yeah.
A soldier? Okay, he's just in there.
He's just in there. They didn't have enough to field their own, and the Duke wasn't present to make the right call, and Damian has joined forces with the Dread and Circus. So,
yep.
All right, so we've got the Conclave done. The monks are done. The Grim Gobleen are ready, and this is not their order. However, I think the monks were next best, and then the Independents did really well. And
the Grim Gobleen actually did super well because they had like the little goblins running around with it. I think they had
the goblin had it for I think it was second.
Somehow they've sold their position. They
traded
somebody has been trading their position for money. And it may not be Sindara.
I wonder what the fucking letter says.
The local boys did really well compared to the house of Broken Shield.
Yeah, the Broken Shield got just steamrolled.
Okay, the local boys have 2 new head knights, Hydrax the Serpent and the Wolf Knight. They are not bringing their animals into this. Actually, you know what? The Wolf Knight is bringing his
wolf.
Yeah.
You're
Well,
poopy,
Poochie.
poopy.
Yeah, I'll fix that.
I've got a dominate animal for you.
Fuck.
Poochie, poochie,
Alright.
poochie, poochie.
Whoever's writing
But
it.
it counts as 1. They're counting that as 1 in this, which means I need 5 more knights, which I think I still have.
Six more nights.
5.
Oh, they're counting the wolf as 1.
1 plus 1
Okay.
is 2. 2 plus 1 is 3.
That's good.
3 plus 5 is 8. Ah!
State.
Don't you
Here.
know?
Oh, you're editing them? Is that why? Okay.
Yeah, I'm clearing their info.
Alright.
Oh, and these guys. Oh, yeah. There was remember 2 dragon people that you talked to when you went to the house? They're actually gladiators, so...
Good.
There are some Ludi you didn't really pay much attention to this season.
I feel pretty proud of myself. Well, we did all the Ludises this season, at least. We
Yep.
talked to each of them once.
What class is the Wolf Knight, Marty?
The Wolf Knight is a Cavalier.
Cavalier.
The other one is like a rogue something.
Yeah, the other one is roguish with poison.
Because I remember, because they were trying to kill my dragon by killing me.
Okay.
Glad they chose that as your...
I need 4 more independents. Maybe I'll just kind of put down some Yabos. It seems like there are some big names in this group.
Oh, please, Arlen, Jesus.
Do you want me to move the beast tamers? Here, I'll move the goblins down and then the beast tamers above them.
The independents convinced Wazrog, a previous worshipper of Erythnul, not to go to the final mass, but to partake in the games.
See, that's the sort of thing where there was like opportunity there.
Yep.
Just didn't know how to realize it. Because I'm too concerned with this fucking letter. What does it say? What does it mean?
What's it fucking say? All right, fine. So you manage to basically you urge your familiar using the empathic. You're antsy. You're like you want to know, and you see the raven fly out of the building as Damian's family is coming over, and it lands on your shoulder. It squawks once and then turns into well, actually, it hobbles out of. It can't fly, so it hobbles out of the. Wounded raven turns into Nem.
Yes, Master. I felt your urgent summons. There seems to be a hubbub at the front gate. Something about the Van Imps have arrived. Most impolite for them to not tell us that they were arriving.
Turn them away.
Yes. Most impolite. I'll pick him up and put him on my shoulder.
Yep.
What does this say? I get parts of it. I'm
Oh,
unclear
dear.
as to... Yes.
It does say that, this symbol means final and stroke. And it says, Sindara does not leave the sands. The one who issues the final stroke shall be paid the grand sum of 20,000 gold coins. To be presented to a crystalline statue This is a death contract. A promissory note. It does not say by whom, but it would be... While it would be polite for them to include their name, it would not be advisable.
Yes. It would also be impolite.
Did I say you could fly when you turn into a raven? Oh, yeah. Yeah, sure. Yeah, he has flown. I realize that, too. See, yeah.
Got shitty maneuverability.
Yeah.
It would be most impolite to spread this sort of information around. Secrets are important.
Yes. Is this contract... I suppose it is open-ended. You may want to be the first one to, well, to claim it. I did not know that Sindara was a gladiator.
It appears that she has had some issues. There's going to be some fucking sending to Sindara before, like, preceding the fights, but yeah.
Did we finally break her?
Yes.
Oh, this is cause for celebration. A quiet celebration.
Yes.
You are most devious, master. You hold a special place in Nim's heart.
We should celebrate.
Yes. A novel idea might be to find a way to lift the curse so I could turn invisible. Just saying, master.
How should we celebrate? Okay, Ashoka's going to think about ways to celebrate. Part of it is going to be, I don't know whether he's thinking 20 talents. Sure.
Are you bringing other gladiators with you to observe from the stands?
We have no other gladiators.
Nova, Old Vigo.
Sure.
Are they in the stands or are they in the veins?
Where would... No, they're not in the veins.
Okay. Are you bringing Phelan the Vorlander into the veins?
We're gonna get... yeah, I'll... Actually, you know what? I'll have the gladiators and Valen and Sindara. Not... what's her name? The healer.
Cella.
Cella, thank you.
So Nova, Old Vigo, and Phelan can keep an eye on Cella to make sure no one messes with her.
Yep.
Okay. Cool. All right, so let me finish this. Let's see. The hometown boys are ready. I need a token for a half dragon.
Half dragoon.
2 of them.
Silver, if I remember correctly. Or
No,
blue.
Blue.
Blue. You're so pretty.
Do you remember their names?
Give me a second. Did I get into this sheet?
Some awesome tokens. Let's see.
Malene and Tybalt Crow, I believe.
Did I type them out?
I spelled Malene with 2 A's, so that wasn't me.
Right, Oh, that wasn't you? Okay. So
I didn't type it.
Can you paste? Can you paste that in the chat?
I wouldn't spell it that way because it's got extra letters.
So here is Malene Koro and Tybalt Koro. Oh, they look fucking cool.
Some of my notes just make me smile. Charms everyone with magic charms. Not to be trusted. Do not go alone.
Tybalt, Koro. Alright, cool. 2 cool tokens coming our way. There's Tybalt and Moline that are helping out the, or that are part of the Broken Shield. They are from the east, particularly the land that was once ruled over by a blue dragon named Chella the Azure. Okay, Broken Shield are done. Beast Tamers. All right, what beast should I include? What beasties? So the Maleficent is actually included. They've got it stomping.
Yeah, that's a beast.
They've got it. Basically, anyone who falls off or is on that first platform might be threatened by the Maleficent. So that is their that's their beastie. So that's 4. I need 4 more beasts.
Grillion.
I'm gonna look at we as a stream one time rolled up a bunch of
beasts?
stuff for. That's where the Vino Manticore came from. I think. Maybe.
The Venomanicore is a big duty head.
No, we rolled up a Dire Line, which died, and then Mongo died. Did we roll up any others? This is going back a long time.
I don't know.
Gladiators.
Don't know.
Gladiator ideas? NPCs? No. Adventure? Maybe? I remember we rolled up a bunch, but I didn't get a chance to introduce a lot of them, so sometimes as a DM you over prep in some areas. Gladiators by house. Yeah, Moline Koro and Tybalt Koro are from that Guild of Beast Tamers, an old cranky basilisk, which appeared in the last game, the Megaphant, a pair of gargoyles, and an air elemental. Ooh, an air elemental.
And the gargoyles aren't dead.
Gargoyles are not dead, so yeah, let's get those 2 crusty bastards.
Hey, what more? Get back over here.
Right, yeah. I like how they're a little rivalries.
I'll beat your ass.
I'll beat you. Like the 2 gargoyles might go after fleas to get him back for.
Knock him off the platform or whatever. Yeah.
I mean, where are they? I don't see them.
I'm getting their token now.
Oh, okay.
Oh, they're probably hiding in the darkness. The motherfucking darkness. Where are they? Knights, no. Aha, we use a different token. There's Gargoyle 1 and 2. Still with the red dots around them.
Yeah, you remember it, don't you?
Oh, and the kid. Yeah, that stupid kid that almost killed the Megaphant.
Oh!
Yeah, get him out of the field. Hey, we'll throw on the ropes.
Amma, can you clear the hit points on the gargoyles?
Yeah, pimply bastard.
Yeah, give me a sec. I just thought of something so conniving and evil. Or cheaty.
6. I need 2 more things for the beasties.
Like good old-fashioned
The air let's do an air elemental.
air elemental.
It'll just stay at the top and create a big whirlwind and be sucky.
What about the Awakes gorilla in the Beast Tamers?
But the Awakened Gorilla, yeah, we had created one a while back.
What is it, Grodd?
I think I would have to go to some really old notes to find him. Yeah, I don't think they're going to include him. I'll save that one for next time. Because I have a feeling a lot of the beasts are just going to bite it. I do want an air elemental.
Please God, not second ed air elementals, because Jesus Christ, all the air elementals just die.
Okay. So I have a question here, and it's to the stream,
And they ended up calling it Swoosh.
Swoosh.
and it's Marty the Awakened Gorilla. Right. So it's to the stream, and here's the question: the traps and this whole thing has to be set up the night before, right?
At least.
So, Sid.
Yes.
May fly around, and as a trap spotter, he doesn't have to be touching a trap. He can identify where they are, kind of draw a diagram, share that with Magnus that night.
What's his trap sense?
Trap spotter, trap sense. He's a rogue.
Yeah, what's the total? Doesn't mean he automatically gets it.
He doesn't automatically get it, no, but he would get his total would be
He ain't no Asuka.
no, he's not very good at this. No.
That would be a crucial detail.
It's a plus. He has a plus 18.
Which means that 50% of the time he sees low-level magic traps.
Yeah. He could get no. Hold on. There are ways of boosting this.
With a chance of setting them off.
From 10 feet away. No, it's possible if he goes on top of it.
Depends how the triggers are.
Depending what the triggers are. If the triggers are on top, what's below?
If you want to follow this logic
Yeah,
in a way that's a little less risky, what you do is you find a place and you look at it. And you search. Like, you spend each round searching, because you can search from a distance, just there's a penalty based on distance. So you're not actually interacting with the trap, you're just looking at it, as opposed to hovering over them, like...
Yeah. Although
your wisdom is 6, or whatever it is.
He will scout out. He doesn't want to get that close to things, but he'll do his thing and scout it from a distance.
So the night before, you're scouting it out. Okay.
Yeah. Not close enough to set that shit off, and I'm looking around for those fucking red knights.
So hard.
Those red knights
If
again.
Sid gets exploded, like, 3 weeks into Sid coming back.
Into him returning. Yeah, that would be pretty funny.
Sid, what the fuck?
I wasted good goo on you. No worries.
Yeah, he'll perch. The little bat will perch like on like different on like the stands, and see what he can see.
Oh, he's going to see a firefight.
No, this is at night.
No, I mean, Ahmed, like, have you looked at the number? Like, look at the monsters. Look at the area with which we'll be fighting.
Yeah, I know.
Look at the tokens. Look at the area. We're fighting. It's like
it's a constant fight.
it's goddamn like Hullapalooza, and we're in the mosh pit, and then we're like, all right, let's have a duel to the death. It's just
Yeah,
It's
it's pretty it's pretty intense.
it's intense.
It's
This
very
is one of those ones where before I was saying like range spells and archers, they'll take the half the
No,
traps
no.
are set off before we all stand at the goddamn platform.
All right. Magnus takes the first step.
Like, I'm assuming we'd get like one square like this as like our starting point.
Yeah, these little platforms are the starting point.
We
How
can't
would the
fit.
Panic Baden is bigger than our starting
there
point.
there are net ladders that go down on either side, so you can start off holding on to the side off the edge.
We just started a combat square at the beginning of the fight. Right?
Yeah.
We're in like a lineup at the bank.
Yeah. Yes. Or some of you are in a line, and some of you are in combat squares, and
Right.
that is the
That's
strategy.
the strategy.
for
But
you
it's
to-
like we're going to be in. It's
What
like,
is Arlen gonna do?
It's saving.
Oh yeah,
Private
those guys.
Ryan.
Hold on. So I've got the Conclave. I've got the monks. I need some more independence.
All
Marty,
the traps are going to go off at the first 2 rounds.
Marty, Twitch is
Oh,
Hey,
funny.
Marty. Twitch.
Yep.
Can you fix the map tools on Twitch? Or recenter it? Sorry.
Sure.
The Drake. I know. We can do this.
Everybody's going to take 2 5-foot steps, and all the traps are going to be set off because at that point humans have touched every square. Oh god. Oh, this is a clusterfuck.
But you're laughing and you seem to be having fun. So.
This is fun. Oh, this is the definition of fun. This
Right.
is
So what's really funny is Sid can lay mines and they stay there for days.
you
And be
could-
like,
you
don't
could-
step here.
You could add more traps.
That is pretty funny. That's pretty.
That's
good.
hilarious.
Oh, Drakester, I totally believe other Ludai are doing shady shit, although the Ludai I was most concerned with, the shady shit they're doing is publicly executing their Lannister. Right, I'm less concerned with them because they're doing a public execution. That is their shady shit.
Sid goes to scope things out, and there's like 7 other bats like doing it. Hey, wait a minute.
All right, and Chebagast is allowed on the field because he needs to control the Megaphant. Although you know that Chebagast is out of bounds. You could disqualify yourself by attacking him.
Did he learn?
To cast spells on himself?
Because last season, he got
He almost got exploded.
almost killed by a possessed animal of his
Mm-hmm.
from somebody magic jarring. Does he at least have like a tower shield to hide behind?
He's wearing some studded armor. He's wearing some very, very stretched studded
I
armor.
just imagine like a big belt.
Yeah,
Like a big
belt.
wrestler belt.
Yep. You might drink a potion or two or something like that. All right. It looks like all these jackasses are done. I think the counts are 8. If somebody
Where's the conclave? The circus.
Yeah, the circus is the last one that I need to put on there.
Yeah, so 1, 2, 3, 4.
I went to the
5, 6,
conversation and saw Bull's token. I'm like, delete.
Yep.
Oh,
See ya.
oh, it feels bad, man.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
These are
10,
good.
11, 12.
These are good. These are good. These are
Dr-
good.
Drakester, this is gonna be just bananas.
The clusterfuck of clusterfucks.
Like, I'm assuming they're like reasonable traps, not like Firestorm. Like Firestorm. Firestorm.
It's like
You set off the
The
trap,
whole
the whole
thing.
floor dies.
Well, that was fun.
At least we know the Archmage of the city can't cast those.
Yeah.
Or the
Grizak, don't fireball here. I didn't do that.
well, like look at the size of the platform.
I know it's tiny, dude.
With your fireball is like a whole floor. It's a fireball, right? It's just
Yes.
like, hey, kapoof.
Yeah, you're still coming, huh?
It's
Grizak is very mean here.
what's really fun about the
Thorny
gladiatorial
entanglement.
stuff.
About the what?
What's really fun about the
Oh,
gladiatorial
God.
stuff is you can do this sort of thing where it's like, this would never fucking. This is like, this like in normal D&D land, there's no justification for this. For the like,
For the crazy
you're
shit.
10 feet away from your enemy, and you're waiting, and then you've got like, like.
All right, you guys took
initiative.
Barak-Tarn, right? Instead of Callie.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
you left Godiva out, and you chose.
We couldn't take Godiva. We took
Couldn't
Barak-Tarn.
take her. And the wheelchair man.
All right, and
I'm
are
so
they going to
screwed.
be in the
They can watch, I guess. Yeah.
from where? The stands or from? From the
Yeah.
veins.
Yeah, no, from the stands. We don't want to put them at risk.
Okay. So I'll move Callie and I'll leave Callie there for a moment. Godiva up with the lady
There we go.
with Countess.
Oh, I love your dress, darling. It's so nice.
Two old broads chatting it up.
You know, it's never been the same since. No one knows how it is.
There you go. There's your
That
list.
list has been kicked back.
1, 2, 3.
Do we have
4,
any indication
5,
from Mark
6,
that he's joining?
7, 8.
Because it is now midnight o'clock
I know.
in East Coast.
Here, let me.
Where we are, yeah, 12:30.
Wait a second.
I would text him. But
If we knew his number, yeah, exactly.
we do his number.
Well, I've been friends with Mark since grade 9, and I don't know his cell phone number.
Does he have a cell phone?
He just
No?
recently
Yes.
got one,
It's a Nokia.
and then he laughed at us that he wasn't going to give us the number, like he was afraid we might call him and bother him. Oh, Mark, such a Luddite.
What are the black things in the center of the squares? Are those ladders?
Yep.
Okay, and the gray things on the side, are those nets?
The great things on the bottom level, this is an area that is free of.
So his actual statement is from the email is actually that he's out. Not that he might join it. He out and there's a chance of joining, but he's out. Was the main thrust.
No.
I don't think we can finish this. Like we can't.
No.
There's too much.
No, Mark.
Well, let's keep drawing up
Well-
this battlefield.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Marty? You know what, Marty?
Mm.
Renee's sitting up on a tree.
That's next season.
But we could plow ahead a little bit on that one. Let me finish this. So we've got
problem.
all the
I'm
gladiators.
saying Cade hasn't been able to punch anything. Is all I'm saying. I haven't punched anything in a while.
I believe the phrase is "Damn it, Mark." Just like that. Damn it, Mark.
Ah, God damn it.
No, his email says, "I'm out. I might be able to show up, but treat me as out."
.com/damn it, Mark.
Hashtag damn it, Mark.
Yeah, this is gonna be one fucking win initiative.
Win initiative. What does it even mean? And like, are our spots randomly assigned, or is it just by you pick a spot based on the order you're coming out?
That.
So, that means that we really don't get to pick our spot.
All right, well, let's plow forward as much as we can without Mark. So let's go back to Vaddapol. Nem had the conversation with Ashoka about Sindara having a hit on her, but she doesn't leave the sands. And it's worth
30 talents?
20 talents.
Oh, 20 talents.
Yep.
Plus a great deal amount of satisfaction to lay the killing blow. And then you're to present yourself, or maybe a note, or
Yeah.
All right. Meanwhile, Damian's like, hold on here. I gotta go speak to my family first. Mummy?
Mumsy! No, it's
Mumsy?
Mumsy. It's Mumsy.
Oh dear, there he is. And there's this like kissing and hugging and like a soft tenderness that you didn't know like was there with Damian.
What Ashoka is seeing is just like, hey, look, leverage and more leverage. Oh, and more leverage. Oh, and look at that giant red button to push. Oh, okay.
Come along, Measley.
You don't know Damian.
Is this where you'll... I forget the... he is a Van Imp and she is Nee Krakenstein. Is this where your family expects us to stay? Oh, it's so good to see you. Mwah, 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 mwah. Kind of thing. And Damian's getting kissed a bunch of times. Holy crap, I'm never getting out of this party. What did I miss? It's a Mark!
Mark!
I just clicked the no button again. It's really funny.
Wait, I think he's trolling. And this is just on his phone. Yes, you're missing Damian stuff. Damian's meaning Mumsy. I think from that comment, he's still at the party and on his phone trolling. He's doing the Adam.
I don't know why I'm typing.
You can speak.
Call Adam, speakerphone.
Hey, I know the
Stop
feeling,
pulling
man.
an Adam. He's pulling in Ahmed.
I stream, yeah, it's
I'm
me.
hiding in the washroom right now.
That's what I do, buddy. That's what I do. And then people come in, I'm like, what are you looking at? You want to be on camera?
It's funny that D&D like competes with our life, with our familial expectations. I love you guys.
I was at a family thing before I was like, I gotta go, guys.
Oh,
Why?
funny.
Because I'm streaming.
All right. Well, Damian gets distracted by his parents, and then he goes over and starts kicking at Measley. Oh, I don't know why we had to bring him. He's starting to smell. At the same time, Lord Van Imp is knocking on the gate. Hello. I demand entry.
Who there?
Yes.
Ashoka is
Ma-
just shaking his head.
Oh, who is this? Damian, your god seems to be standing in my way.
We're on Vaddapol. There we go.
Ashoka will try to rescue this situation.
Greetings. I'm Magnus. Who are you?
I don't know if I should... He looks up at you, he sees how big you are, he straightens up. I am Lord Piamo Van Imp.
Oh yeah, hey Damian. Damian, you're here. Hold on. Damian, you're here. My name is Magnus Deus. I'm one of the masters here.
You brought Stace, says Damian. He goes skipping over and kind of like half hugs, half holds hands with Anastasia Van Imp.
Come on in, bring your family. Oh, this is your family? Hey.
She is a very good-looking woman, approximately Damian's age, and they seem to get along.
You can come inside the Ludus this way, right here.
So this is what you've been up to, brother. Yeah, yes, I've got lots to show you. I say, he just steps around you and walks in.
Yeah, I let them in. Like, come on in.
You keep non-humans as gladiators?
Yeah, of course.
That one looks like he's about to fall over.
Oh, look, yeah, he falls over 3 times a day or 4, something like that. He comes back too. He's good.
Fascinating.
Are the guards giving me any issues walking into my house?
No.
Okay.
They
His guards.
watch you.
His
guards have guns. Yours don't.
Yeah.
Ashoka, good timing. These are the family of
Who's the green one?
Damian. This is
Their
Lord.
reputations precede them, Magnus.
Lord
Lord Piamo, an honor to have you at our abode. Did not know you were
Yes, I don't think we'll be staying long. I don't want fleas.
coming.
No, he's not for sale. He's not for sale.
Yes, in fact, my skin is crawling just standing here. If you don't mind, he's talking to some of his guards / servants. Take the bags back to the carriage. We will find alternative accommodations while here in Vaddapol.
I would recommend the Crystal Golem Estate, my lord.
Who's this?
This.
This is Ashoka. He is a part, I would say, manager of this place, a Lannister, along with Magnus here. He is a Lannister and a gladiator. Yes, Magnus. I do remember your fight in the in Vinvossa. With all the ships and everything. I was quite drunk that day. I only just remember the burning ships in the name, Magnus.
So was I.
Ha! Well, he's looking around.
Well, come for a drink if you come. We can see. There's a manor here.
He looks up at it. Yes, you've been staying here, Damian. When I can. I'm a lieutenant now, father. He does not look impressed. Huh. I see that they have no taste as well as a lack of realization that your name should have given you a much higher rank. And he seems to be dismissive of Damian's becoming an officer and steps around Magnus again. He acknowledges Ashoka. Thank you for your recommendation. We shall head up to where the other nobles, and he holds his nose like where he can't smell the stink.
Magnus is putting his hand on Damian's shoulder, like, it's okay, Damian.
All right, you wretched creature. Put the things back on there. And you know some soldiers going to help. Damian's like, no, he can do it. He can do it. You're going to take Measley with you. Oh, did he cry? Did he cry? Yes, Measley cried. Although I think that his tears have become crocodilian. Oh, I'll have to fix that, says Damian. Measley, have you been bugging Mumsy?
Ashoka is observing this interaction like a bird observing, like deciding if something is food or not. Like, what the? It's It's like reptile brain.
Yeah, he kicks it at Measley a few times. He goes to the point where he's already like trying to trip Measley up and make him fall. Measley just he exhales and puts the box down. No one said you could take a break. And he begins lifting things again. As quickly as the Van Imps arrive, they decided that no, they're not staying here. Like you were some flea-bitten, rat-infested motel. And they decided that no, they weren't staying. Damian ends up, instead of introducing Arlen to the others, going with them. He got so excited that Measley was around. And apparently he already got what he wanted out of Arlen, that he hopped into the carriage with them and is riding off to go spend some time with his family. It was kind of like, holy shit, that happened?
Interesting. Hey, look, a cripple in the streets.
Sorry. Woo.
Right. The guards settle down when all the other guards with guns are leaving, and Arlen's just sitting there in his chair, alone now.
He's wheeling himself up. Squeak. Squeak. Greetings. May I please speak with the Lannisters, the masters of this Lutus? Can let them know that
Bugger off, cripples, says one of the guards. and they're kind of like shooing you at the bottom of their
please let them know that Lannister Arlen Lightbringer is here from
Magnus probably just turned back around and went into the Ludus to talk to his gladiators.
Yeah.
But Ashoka went, oh, look, a cripple in the street, so he's lingering near the gate. They're kicking at him, like they think he's here to beg.
Seriously, please, I mean...
You are the one who heals the sick in the streets?
That may have happened.
Shall we remove him from the street, sir? They look eager, like they want to pick on him.
I would recommend against that.
Bring him inside, gentlemen.
Okay, they walk up to your seat and pick you up. Like, pick up the seat, like, so the wheels are off the ground, and these two guards are roughly bringing you into the Ludus.
Ahmed, you're gone next week. Is that what you said?
Next week I'm not here! Next week I'm not here!
We're gonna have to do it.
God damn it, Ahmed. And then if I had to go to Arizona, I might not be here the following week, just in case you son of a bitches.
Okay.
I don't think
So,
I have to go to Arizona.
Wednesday,
Out of that, but it's
Thursday,
just like, what?
Friday, I'm good. No, not Friday.
We're
Wednesday and Thursday.
We're gonna have to do a midweek game then.
Midweek. We're gonna have to do multiple midweek
sort
games.
this shit out. Okay. Yes, you
they clang him down, and they don't realize Arlen's power.
You have the Dread Circus, or the Circus of Dread. Yes?
Correct. I'm sorry,
You haven't been participating.
well, not in Vaddapol. We've been traveling. We've actually been up north.
Nova,
to the city
could you
by the lake.
Give Arlen here a hand with the stairs?
You want to bring him up into the master's area?
Yes, he's a visiting Lannister.
All right. She looks at Arlen. She seems confused as to why you're alone. She doesn't say anything and carries you up the stairs. You can see some Zwerf Neblin that have little placards on them, kind of bowing and moving away. Some other guy who's like cleaning out some dirty hole. And then there's an actual nice area, nice kind of sheen, polished floors, some dark looking furniture. It's rather small, but you're able to navigate around with your chair.
Oh.
Nova immediately goes back down the stairs and rejoins the gladiators. You can see that has Sid flown back in yet, or
He's on the way. Sure. Yeah, he'd have flown in.
Yeah, so you thought that you heard the sound of flapping wings? This large four-armed guy sitting at the table having a meal, and he's got multiple arms.
Greetings, everyone. He precipitates his wheelchair. Doesn't want to dirty the floor.
Okay.
Huh.
I didn't realize that you were an arcane caster.
Ah,
You want me to leave the two of you alone?
we
Says
dabble in
Dracus,
what we
not
can.
waiting for an answer. He just brings his tray of food outside. Work harder! That's what he says to the gladiators.
I don't have to listen to you anymore. Pick me up, pants.
Tricks. These are tricks, my
Just
friend.
don't die.
Okay, Sid is
yes,
spying on the
Magnus.
conversation from the other room, laughing about the thing that he learned.
What's laughing back there? It's quite good.
You can't hear me. It's me inside laugh.
The little imp crawls down off the table, like it can't really use its wings. It slides down one side of the table, leaving little claw marks in the nice furniture, and goes over to Sid's door and quietly and like closes it. He kind of pulls from underneath, closes Sid's door.
Most impolite, laughing like that. Not sharing the joke with all of us. We have guests.
He finally whispers under the door.
Soon.
Yes. We must be very polite, right, Arlen? It's an important part
Well.
of society, being polite.
Well, I mean, it's part of many things required for civilizations to exist and prosper. But being polite, yes, is one of them.
What
Correct.
a polite elf guest we have. Pleasure to meet you, Arlen.
Pleasure to meet you. And you are...
I'm
Your name is-
humble servant of Ashoka named Nem.
Yes.
A name is a name. So, I've come to, well, first introduce myself and meet you and your Ludus. We had just returned
Pleasure to have
back.
you here.
Oh, thank you very much. We had just returned back from our travels.
Hungry?
Not very much, thank you. I've got to run back to my Ludus after this.
Would you
But
like some
perhaps-
tea?
You notice that Nem was
Yep.
pushing over like little saucers, and like the imp is serving tea.
Much appreciated. There's a couple of things that I wanted to speak with you about, and perhaps tea or a dinner could be arranged at a later point. We've registered in the season end games.
Oh, have you now?
Yes, and I understand that you've also registered.
I understood that you were on the road primarily for your
Correct.
career. You've made your way back. I didn't see the circus returning, tents and all that.
Well, we've had an interesting journey. We left with quite a large caravan. We've returned without them, for now.
Have you come across hard times? Did you lose your caravan?
No, we've had to travel with haste to the citadel by the lake to deal with urgent business. We'll meet up with them when we need to, but for now we're doing well. However,
The citadel by the lake is almost deserted. What urgent business could there be up there?
urgent business to our leaders. Apparently, one of my gladiators was quick aiming and did not appreciate being targeted while training by a citizen. So was it a citizen or was it a
It's a subject.
by a subject? That subject unfortunately passed away due to an arrow to the head. So that kind of urgent business required my attention.
Oh.
Quite unfortunate, indeed.
Yes,
However-
accidents are most unfortunate.
Yes.
Yes, however-
accidents are unfortunate. How
but
did you handle such a sensitive situation?
well, you've noticed that Lieutenant Van Imp has been traveling with us.
Yes.
The lieutenant is extremely well versed in the ways of the Imperium, the laws, the details,
Ashoka takes
nooks and
tea.
crannies of everything that they've put together here. And he was quite able to. He's very well suited to help us navigate the situation that we had to deal with. But beyond that, I wanted to discuss. We can discuss about this in a later
You-
time. But
Sorry, what the crux of my question is more around Lannister to Lannister. In
Yes.
maintaining order, civility, and morale within the gladiator ranks, if one of your gladiators murdered someone, had an accident, we'll call it, how did you maintain cohesion? Balancing morale versus, control.
Well, I will have to tell you the story then. Gladiator ran off. Gladiator ran off, got cursed, and has been missing since then. Unfortunate business, but the rest of the gladiators are still in high spirits.
In the wind, then.
We'll look for him when there's time. Unfortunately, there hasn't been that much time.
It sounds like this gladiator had poor manners. Would you like some honey in your tea?
Thank you, Nem.
It's fresh honey.
I really appreciate it. I really appreciate the offer. I do want to conclude my business here, as I need to travel back hastily. Thank you, though. Appreciate it.
He puts one. Yes, they have gladiators in the wind, so to speak.
We have the same problem. Yes, we do.
No, don't apologize. It's funny. They don't want to admit to Arlen, I think, is what the shush means. Right? They don't want to give Arlen.
If Arlen, the whole goal is to get information and not give information, or not give information that he doesn't already know. So
Okay, your nice Duke Gold tea with honey in it is before you. It's hot. Are you drinking any of it?
No.
Okay. The little imp now has a stir stick and is stirring the honey.
Someone had told me, make sure you don't deal with Ashoka.
Demon Lord is bloodthirsty as ever.
If you wouldn't mind, or perhaps if you're too busy to discuss this, I can speak with one of the other masters.
I have time.
Okay, all right.
How very polite of you to offer, however.
The end of season is fast approaching, and Magnus is preparing. He is well indisposed.
Well, this is the reason I came. I do wish to have his confirmation, at least a handshake. We do not know any other Ludus here. However, we did work quite often.
Unfortunate.
We did work quite closely with Phineas. Last time we were here. In fact, we helped fend off some attackers, and I felt we were close, even friends. Helped remove one of his curses.
What attacker did you help fend off?
There was this one fellow that attacked him in the wizard's tower. It's quite unfortunate. However, nobody that was attacked was injured. Grievously, or seriously, that couldn't be cured. through this friendship, I hope to is Phineas here, by the way? I hope to say hello to him. It's been a while.
No, are you unaware?
We just arrived yesterday.
Phineas is now the High Mage of Vaddapol. He greatly supersede his meager duties here.
Interesting. That I'm glad to hear.
It is interesting how fate works.
Quite. I'll have to pay him a visit afterwards. Well, in continuation with our good relation with the old Ludus, I wanted to reach out and perhaps join forces for the first part of the games. Having allies in such a situation in this combat, I think, is quite important. Being together and thinning out the herd will be quite helpful for both of us. Once we've reached a certain point, we can discuss what we can do afterwards. But I think working together would be quite useful for both of us.
What would be in it for us? As I understand it, your record in Vaddapol is 0-1.
Correct. I can guarantee you that our gladiators are quite formidable. They did not get a chance to fight here. Not the main ones, anyways.
Oh, pray tell, who are your main ones?
Oh, you will see. They're quite a sight. I don't know if you've heard of any of them. I'll give you two of their names. Ugg and Nibbles.
Do I know an Ugg or a Nibbles?
I don't think you would have heard of them, as I
don't think their names.
They haven't fought here.
Knowledge block of them.
They haven't fought here. They've only fought in the north, and quite impressive, if anything.
Knowledge local Duchy evade would give you something on Nibbles, though.
He shows you the mark of the. Give me a sec.
Navigating character sheets all the time.
I know, I'm going through all these sheets.
Oh, this fight's gonna be so fucking awesome, but I need to be awake.
He shows you the. Where are you?
11.
No, it's such a ridiculous name, both of them, that you're like, fucking. It's like Goober and Noob. You know, it's like you don't know who the fuck they are.
He shows you the azure mark on his shoulder.
Do you require assistance with respect to nom de guerres?
Sorry, Ahmed doesn't know what that means. What?
Promotion. Self-promotion. Naming your gladiators.
Oh, no. We're...
Terrible name. Does he have
indeed, but he will not go by any other name. But that is not the reason I'm here. Do you recognize this? Do you recognize this brand? This mark? Shows you the azure mark, which is the one gotten after fighting with the Hydra.
Knowledge Arcana?
25.
Yeah, they appropriated this mark from a nation to the east that was once ruled by a blue dragon. Like, they kind of took from them and are like
same as the two the Dragonborn twins, or whatever, the half dragon twins.
Yeah, from that same nation. Zengar, the Tower of Zengar, I believe it's called.
Yeah.
You know that this is the way that the dragon used to award its non-draconic disciples with the ability to not have lightning affect them, and apparently this is one of the few magical traditions that survived the coming of the Imperium.
You've been marked as the favorite of a dragon of old?
You obtain this as a reward after beating a Hydra. Some, not all my gladiators, but some of them are still with us, and we beat that Hydra quite a long time ago. We were still early in our training, so you can imagine how good we've gotten. I've trained them quite well. The best training, really, from out all the cities.
Your tea
This-
is getting cold.
Yes, I do appreciate it. I'm really not...
Do you prefer your tea cold? We could fetch some ice.
I do appreciate the offer. I'm just not a tea drinker, to be honest with you.
I can go and fetch some spirits then.
I do prefer to get down to business, as I do have to get going.
Okay. Nem goes and
It
fetches.
sounds like Ahmed trying to navigate a party.
He goes and fetches a bottle, and with a bunch of hassle, ends up kinda
Please,
rolling
please
it onto
ask.
the table.
Please ask your.
He's only trying to be polite.
I appreciate it. Just I do not want to waste. So
A show of kindness is never a waste.
correct. So your show of kindness,
Yes.
teaming up. What say you? Our Ludus, alongside your Ludus, for the first part, until half the other team are gone. Have been,
And then what?
and then we continue fighting. We do not wish to have any lethal combat against you or from you. We will not try to kill you. We will fight, but not try to kill.
I have conditions for such an arrangement. I suspect you would understand this.
Go ahead.
Nem is gathering two little tiny shot glasses and is pouring, like, almost he has to tip the bottle onto the table and kind of pour it into the little shot glasses. He's not too bad at it. This is reddish liquid.
Kool-Aid. Although the drinksters drink the Kool-Aid man. Oh yeah! Oh yeah! Just grab the whole thing. There would be.
I never saw this day. Like, Arlen sitting in a room, sharing tea with Ashoka, talking about a bargain.
Next season, we will require a fight.
As long as they're not lethal. And yes, perhaps early. Well, perhaps afterwards. There is.
After what?
We will have to travel shortly after the season end games. Well, upon our return, it shouldn't be a problem. Traveling nowadays is much simpler. There is one thing I do want to discuss, perhaps a little bit more detail. We're quite interested in one of the prizes. In fact, I couldn't care less about winning, to be honest with you.
In familiar master speak, Nem says,
Here is the rub.
The slightest of nods.
Yep.
And Ashoka will raise the shot glass.
Nem is pushing the tiny shot glass towards you and then just sort of sitting back, his little tail flipping happily.
With that Arlen stare that you see there, he's just like looking at Nem, like looking at Ashoka. As I was saying,
He pushes the shot glass a little bit closer and then sits there, his tail flips happily.
as I was saying,
We're going to call this one A Deal with the Devil. The devil you know. The devil you know.
Ashoka will take a sip from his shot glass and put it down.
as I was saying,
Nem has gone up to a little pool of the alcohol that he accidentally spilled and is kind of like got his lips kind of right up to it. He's so tiny and he's like slurping a little bit of the spill and then looks back up at you with a smile.
There's one prize that I'm interested in. Now, I couldn't care less, to be honest, about winning. I've got enough magical trinkets and funds that this season endgame really doesn't provide me with anything else.
Oh,
You'll have to look at that prize list again, is what Ashoka's thinking.
what in particular interests you?
And there is a prize that I am interested in, and it's the one from the Duke. That's all I would like. Sorry, that is all I would like. Now,
As I understood it, that prize was undeclared as to what it was.
yes, the undeclared prize from the Duke. Now, would you be interested in communicating further, having further discussion about this? You can win. You can win.
Nim looks at Ashoka, big grin on his face. Looks up at Arlen, big grin on his face.
Yes, I would love to engage in further conversation on this topic.
Surprises can be most impolite, but prizes are very, very nice.
Indeed, there's many prizes to be won, along with, well, talents galore. Bet as much as you want. What I'm offering you is my men in support of yours, and in the end, we can let you win as long as we get this prize. If that is too strong of a deal, perhaps you're more comfortable with just being on side together till half the Ludi are gone, and then we can take our sides and continue fighting.
How important is this prize to you?
How important is this prize to me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm making a deal with you, aren't I?
Yes.
Is Arlen uncomfortable being here?
Is Arlen uncomfortable being here?
Former priest of a good deity speaking to a green-scaled man who has an imp.
I know he's not to be trusted, but my deal is also going to happen with Magnus. He wants Magnus to come and shake on whatever deal we decide on.
Okay, so you don't trust Ashoka.
No,
Are you hiding that you don't trust Ashoka?
I'm not drinking.
Okay, so it's pretty obvious that he does not trust you. He's not at ease here. I believe the
No.
last question was how important was.
Yeah, it was how important is this prize to you?
Oh, I would really would like to have it.
And as I hear, you are quite wealthy and have an abundance of trinkets.
Yes, correct.
Is not your master the Countess Dowager Lady Gavina Opal?
That is correct, yes.
Oh,
She owns Aludis.
very nice for you. Very nice to have such a powerful and rich lady friend. Patron of the arts of death.
Patron of many things.
Oh, yes, yes. Not exclusively that. My apologies.
Apologies accepted.
Oh, thank you.
But no harm intended. I understand.
Oh, no. I am not a harmful creature. Just a humble servant of Master Ashoka.
Of course.
And he leans down to slurp from the little bit of alcohol he spilled on the table.
Perhaps,
Take a
perhaps,
small sip.
And then he looks at your glass and looks up at you and kind of pushes it forward a little bit.
perhaps, Master Ashoka, the deal is too sweet. We can revert back to original one, where we're on side for half the time, or until a certain number of enemies are remaining, and then we'll take our sides and fight each other, not to the death. till surrender.
The not to the death clause doesn't typically jive well with the end of season games. It is a very dangerous place. I'm certain you've seen the Megaphant.
Yes, I have. My gladiators will defend themselves quite well and